What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports on YouTube. I'm Todd Tondera, your host, with you always. It's February 8th, 2008, and this is going to be my season wrap-up video that I promised in my last video. Also, in my last video, if you tuned in, only about 60 of you did, which is sad because my Super Bowl video, it did kind of good, and it's still going up there. I ate my words, literally. And I'm taking back that I said that Eli Manning is just an above-average quarterback. I think, obviously, he won the Super Bowl. He's great. And they're calling the play that he did to David Tyree the Hail Manning, which could go down in history as one of the best, or even if the best, play in Super Bowl history. You know, his scramble, and then Tyree with the catch on the helmet brought down it, and that propelled, you know, the Giants eventually to win the Super Bowl. And I want to congratulate the New York Giants. I really like them. And Plexico Burress, baby! Game-winning touchdown. Former Steeler. Good to see him doing well. And I was super excited when I saw him catch that ball. I jumped in the air and went, woo! Just like that. Only a little less girly. Anyway, I thought for a wrap-up thread of, you know, the year, I look at the free agents and to predict a little bit of things of next year. I'm sorry. So I took my top 3 in every category of free agent and to tell you who's on the market and what do I think about them. I'll start off at the quarterback. I'm going 3 to 1, who I think is, you know, the best. So third not being as good as 1. Duh. 3. In the third spot, I got Rex Grossman from Chicago. Second, I got Dante Culpepper from Oakland. And 1, I got Derek Anderson from the Cleveland Browns. Rex Grossman, nope, not consistent. He is out there, and he is available, and I bet you could get him for cheap. And maybe you can make him into the star that the Chicago Bears never did. Did make it to the Super Bowl. Who knows? Rex Grossman, number 3. Number 2, Dante Culpepper. Dante Culpepper, you were good as a Viking. You and Randy Moss were just hooking up one after another, and then the Vikings were like, I'm getting rid of you both. Who knows why, but after that, man, you really plummeted. Dolphins, you couldn't do anything. You were supposed to help them out. You were supposed to be their savior, never were. Oakland was like, we'll put you in. Jamarcus Russell's eventually going to take your place. So you're on the free agent list again this year. This is your last chance to make something yourself. I don't even think teams are going to give you a chance, but I know you have the talent and I believe in you. Number 1, Derek Anderson. Derek Anderson almost won the AFC North for the Cleveland Browns this year, and I'm obviously not a Browns fan because I'm from Pittsburgh. That's what we do. We argue over fickle matters between that. But Derek Anderson, I like you. You have talent. And I look forward to the Pittsburgh Steelers sacking you more next year. And for the good of the team, I think that you need to be signed one more year at least. You showed incredible effort and incredible leadership, and I really think you have talent. But as all these quarterbacks on this list, all 3 of them, are any of you consistent? We'll see if you are Derek Anderson, and I hope to see you as a Brown next year because I think you may even pan out bigger than Brady Quinn. Who knows? Running backs, top 3. Michael Turner from San Diego, Jamal Lewis from Cleveland Browns, and the number 1 running back that's a free agent in my eyes is Marion Barber. Number 3, Michael Turner. Another team's going to give you a chance. You're behind LT, who's probably phenomenal. Well, not probably is. He's phenomenal. He's incredible. So you're not going to get a lot of playing time behind him, but with another team, I bet you will. Let's see what you could do. Jamal Lewis. You thought he was at the end of his career, but guess what? He's not. He's just getting better. Jamal Lewis was released by the Ravens, picked up by the Browns to see what they could do, and he had a great comeback year, maybe comeback play of the year, who knows. But will the Browns give him another shot? I don't know that either, but whoever does, you know, I wish you well, Jamal Lewis. Number 1, Marion Barber. I love Marion Barber. You know why? Because he's tough. He could run back and forth without getting tackled. And, obviously, he could run up the hole. He's a fast runner, aggressive runner, and he won't, you know, exactly juke around you. He'll just plow right through you, and that's good to see in a running back. And with Julius Jones also being a free agent there in Dallas, who knows what's going to happen. I'd only assume they'd sign one of them. And if there's one Dallas to sign Marion Barber on for a longer contract. Tight end. I'm going to talk about all the other ones a little bit less, but tight ends top three. Ben Utecht from the Colts. I'll tell you why I have him at 3 a little bit later. Eric Johnson from the New Orleans Saints. And Dallas Clark is on the top of the list. Also Colts. Dallas Clark and Ben Utecht for the Colts. Both tight ends. There's a contract option for Dallas Clark to, accept that, which I accepted. I mean, I think that he will accept it, and he will be a Colt next year. But Ben Utecht, I think he has great promise, and I think that, other teams could utilize him better than the Colts have, because I do think that he could catch a ball. And Dallas Clark, he's always been solid. He's in that, Peyton Manning commercial, throw it to Clark, little Manning says, or whatever he says. But, and Eric Johnson, as I touched upon, I think that if they get the ball to him, he could be good too. Offensive tackles, I'm just going to go through these real quick. My top 3. Kyle Turley from Kansas City is a free agent. Jordan Gross from Carolina, who I think is real strong and just could grab somebody up and throw him, and I could appreciate that. And so should the Panthers. Give him a contract. And somebody that I was looking for the Pittsburgh Steelers to sign in the offseason, Flozell Adams. He's a left tackle from Dallas. He doesn't really get a lot of mainstream attention, but I hear in Dallas, everybody talks about him. He's a great left tackle. He's the best out there free agent-wise. Somebody should pick him up and give him appreciation. We got guards now. Number 3, Elton Brown from Arizona. 2, Larry Allen from San Francisco. And 1, maybe the greatest guard in the league right now, Alan Faneca, formerly, or maybe not formerly, of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Ben requested that the Pittsburgh Steelers try to sign Alan Faneca because it truly is awesome to play with him. He's a great player, and I just wish we would give him a contract. Doesn't look like it. But I bet you he ends up in Arizona, and I bet you that Elton Brown is also signed by Arizona. Everybody from that's a Steeler goes to the Cardinals, so I expect Faneca to land there. But wherever he goes, I'm sure he'll do well. Centers also out there. You got centers are centers, so I only got a couple here. But I got John Wade from Tampa, who's a free agent, who has, I think, a lot of intensity. He plays with, his spirit in it, intense art, and he's a good offensive, leader, offensive line leader. And I don't think Tampa should let him go. Jeremy Newberry. I'm glad I have him at number 1. He's an Oakland Raiders free agent. He's a center that I think that you could build around. And my team needs a center because Mahan stinks. If there was one person I'd want to see as a Steelers center, it's Jeremy Newberry. And I should probably stop talking about the Steelers because I try not to be biased, but I love them. Those are the players that I see, progressing and need signed. Before I end this video, coaches, Mike Holmgren is going to stay in Seattle. Tony Dungy is going to stay in the Colts. And it looks like Jim Fossil might be the new Redskins coach. But we'll see how that pans out. But it's been an incredible year. And, how it is right now. I can't believe the Patriots lost. But before I go, I'll tell you who is a free agent and who's a wide receiver. Randy Moss. Are they going to sign him? Maybe not. Maybe they will. But I think if they were going to sign him, they already made an offer and they haven't. So other receivers out there, 2 and 3, is Devery Henderson from New Orleans, who had a great year and then a not-so-great year. And then Bernard Berrian from Chicago, who I think is an excellent wide receiver. And I think with a proper quarterback that isn't Rex Grossman, he could succeed and do even better than he did. But top wide receiver out there right now, and maybe top free agent overall, is Randy Moss. Get on him, people! Anyway, that's about wrapping it up for the season, and I hope that I'm here for next season, but I imagine I will because I have a lot of fun. But congratulations again to the New York Giants. Been a hell of a season. I'll see you next year talking about football. I'm going to stay off football unless something like big happens in the football world. I'm going to stay off of it. Have a good weekend, everybody. Drive safely. Peace!